Hello everyone, hey, this is Mike, iReviewGear.com. As you can see, I'm back up in the mountains in Utah, just cross-countrying it in some very steep stuff, a lot of shale and rock. And what I'm here to do today is do an update to our video of how to fit a boot to your foot once you buy it. So I'm going to zoom back out, zoom in on my boot, and let's talk through it. And I'm going to get some really close-ups of this boot in action, and as I go through this process, so you can kind of see what I feel like it's important to do with a new boot when you get it to fit to your foot right. Now, don't take a new boot, head into the mountains and do it. Probably gonna have a tough time returning it if there's any kind of problem. Do this in your house. But I'm gonna take a close-up look now and let's get started on this. Okay guys, I think you've got a pretty good view of this boot now. This is the Crispi Spyder, one of my very favorite boots for a number of reasons we'll talk about as we talk about fitting this boot. So the first thing I do when fitting a boot obviously is don't have it on, but start with a great sock. Now I'm a fan of these socks, merino wool, get them at Sam's Club of all places. I think 17 bucks for a 3-pack, and they're as good as any sock I've used, but 100% merino wool, so it wicks the moisture away and it gives you some good support. I always take out the insole first and check it out. Now the insole that comes with this Crispi is certainly adequate, but I've taken it out and I've replaced it with this insole from Superfeet, and I like the orange. It's kind of the middle as far as support. They make several levels of them, and you can see those reviews online, but I go with the orange. It's best for me. You can see it's got a really good arch support. I've got a pretty high arch, so that's the first thing I do. Check out the insole. Just put it on my foot, see how it feels, see if it's going to support my arch. Most are adequate, but you can do way better. Now it sucks to buy a boot, expensive boot, and then put more into it, but it's well worth it. That Superfeet is a very good insole. So I put a new insole in it. For me, I like that one. The next thing I do is I put the boot on indoors like I talked about, and I start at the very bottom. I unlace it all the way to the bottom, and I'm just going to loosen this all the way to the bottom. But I start all the way at the bottom, and I do lace by lace. I flex my toes a lot, get it to flare out, push down really hard, and cinch it until it's just snug. And then I do that on every single lace. So do it until it's just snug. I'm doing it faster than I normally would, but I do lace by lace, every row till it's just snug. When I get to this point, I call it the ankle turn. I do a couple of things. I put it in here, I pull it forward, I shift my foot back and forth against the ground and try to stop any back and forth movement in the boot. When you're going up a steep hill especially, or down a steep hill, if you get heel lift, you're going to rub a blister there. So I put this across here, I try to stop any movement. Now the one thing you can do, don't do this too tight, is you could just tie a knot right there. Tying a knot right there locks it in place, and I know now from here down it's in place, and across this ankle I have great ankle support. Then I repeat the procedure of doing lace by lace until it's snug. Now this Crispi has a grommet right here in the center, which I love. That keeps my tongue up and my tongue in place. So I come around the grommet, once again doing it all in place, get to here, cinch it good again, rock my foot back and forth, and just make it comfortable around my ankle. And then I go around twice so it doesn't untie all the time, and tie the knot. So there's a really quick overview. Let me go through it again. I put the boot on, unlace it all the way, shove my foot back and forth with a new insole, or I make sure the insole works for me. I then start at the bottom and I lace it row by row, snugging it down at each spot, and just make sure it's snug. I get to this ankle junction. I don't want any movement of my foot back and forth, especially descending and ascending, because I don't want to wear a blister on the back of my heel. So I frequently tie a knot right there and get it decent snug. You don't want it super tight, get it snug. Go up to the top, doing it again. Some way, keep that tight enough so your tongue stays in place. This has a grommet so you can do it. I get to the top and I go around my lace twice in my bow and tie it, and that keeps it so it will not slip, but you can still untie it with just an easy pull. So let's show you that knot again. Make a loop, go around it twice, snug it up. It's not going to go anywhere. If you don't fit a boot right to your foot and lace it up right, it's not going to be comfortable. It doesn't matter what boot it is. You're going to be disappointed because you're going to get blisters. So fit the boot right once you get it. I've got this Crispi that has a number of other features in it that really give you added value. It's got the ankle brace support system, which when you're descending, you can feel it grab your ankle and not let you slip forward. That really helps. It's also got the single wave boot design, so your foot can come in and out of the boot really easy. And great soles. This particular sole has an absorption system built into it that's better than most. So there's an overview. You can read more specifics at ireviewgear.com. Thanks and have a good day.